some basics related to Android development. So as you know, we use Android Studio to develop Android apps. So we'll discuss some basics of Android Studio. So when you create your project, this is what you get a view. Just go to this section and you'll find project and go to the Android section. In that, just you'll find manifest Java. So manifest file contains all the permissions. In manifest file, we declare permissions required by our app from user. Suppose internet permission to read internal storage and write on the external storage and access network state. I have declared some permissions here. So now coming to this particular section, icon is nothing but your app icon which you want to show logo like icon of your app, and this is label means app name. Next, whatever activities you create, it will be displayed here. Suppose I have created these activities, will be displaying here. Now important point is that the activity in which this intent filter is present will be launched first. When your app is opened by the user, the first activity which is going to be launched is decided by this intent filter. You can see this main icon and launcher. That indicates this activity will launch first. So now we'll find where our activities are actually. Now Java file activity contains two files, Java files and XML files. Java files you can find it here. Just you can find all the Java files of your project. Next, in the Java file, first one. Next we will find our layouts. Go to this resources folder, and just click it on. You'll find layouts. This layouts, click on that layouts. You'll find all your XML files which you have created. Next, in this values folder, we will be having colors. So you can specify colors here. Let's specify one color. Suppose color, name of the color which you want. Suppose I want pink, and we have to select one color, so I'll show you how to select it. From here, use copy this, just copy it here, and we'll change the colors. Just click the arrow mark here or this color. You can find this, and here you can choose your color which you want. Suppose I want pink, this one I'll choose, and this color will be pink, and this you can use in your app whenever you want to color something. Next, let's create one. We'll find some logos. Go to the file, and in the new, go to the vector assist. This vector assist, click on vector assist. You'll find logos here which you can use in your app. This can be used. So suppose if I want just location icon, click it on OK, and you can set the color here also. Just click on that. You can set your own color for that logo, or else you want brightness and something. So just click on choose and next, click on next, and it will be saved in the drawable folder, and click on finish. So in the drawable folder, we will find all the icons and custom images which you can get from outside, like your app logo, etc. You can find in the drawable folder. So let's create one activity. So how to create activity? Just here in the Java, just right click it, you'll get new, go to the new, and at last you'll find one activity section. Go to this and just click on empty activity, last second, click on empty activity. Specify name of the activity. Suppose I want testing activity. Suppose you can specify the name. And is this a launcher activity? No, we are in a single app, only one launcher activity can be there. Next, which language you want, Java or Kotlin, and click on finish. So the activity will be loading. Wait up to that, and you can see this activity, testing activity, will be automatically written in your this folder. You can see this here, testing activity. When I create one activity, all these activities will be written in this manifest file. And this is about Java layouts. Under layouts you'll find XML file. This testing activity has one XML file and one Java file. So in the XML file we design the layout, and in the Java file we code the backend of the layout. And most important part in the app is a Gradle. This build.gradle file, you can see this. Just click on that. Here you specify the APIs which you are going to use in your app. So to connect external API to your app, you have to declare. These are called dependencies, which you have to declare when you want to use an API or a library. You have to declare the dependencies here. These are some all I have used in my project, so we'll be discussing in upcoming videos. And here is a minimum SDK version which you are using. Minimum SDK version is 16. Oreo SDK version is 21, whereas minimum is 16, which is applicable for 100% of devices. And this is what your application ID. And now let's check how to design the activity. Here you can find design, split and code. If you click code, only code will be visible. If you click split, both code and layout will be visible. If you click only design part will be visible. Here you can drag and drop the layouts as well. Suppose you want a button in your layout, just drag and drop it. You can get one button here. See, you can see button. And if you want one image view, just click on image view and drag and drop the image. Here you have to specify which image. Suppose I want this logo, just click on OK, or you can get out from outside as well. You can change this position also, where you want to place. Initially button size also, like if you want button at the start or in between here, and various other text. If you want to show text, you can see text from here, and various other layouts. And this is the code will be automatically written for you, because this design part and code part is connected. Whenever you drag and drop here, code will be added automatically. But most of the time we prefer to code because it is time taking procedure to drag and drop. Now we'll discuss some shortcuts in Android Studio. Now if you are not finding a Java file, just double shift, and this will be opened, and in that you just type your activity name, testing activity. So first you can see testing activity, just click that and your activity will be opened. So using this double shift, we'll find all the files in the project we are using in the project. Instead of going directly to the path, we can just click on double shift and you will find all the files. You just specify 2-letter or a 3-letter name and it will be giving you the file name. Just click and it will be open. When you are in the Java file, if you want to find this variable, suppose this colors list, where it is used in the whole file, when thousands of lines of code are written, we are not able to find. Click Ctrl+B. You'll find all the usages in the whole activity where this variable is used. Next, to format the code, suppose this code is not formatted, I mean it is not properly arranged, so you can do it just Alt-Control-L. The code is rearranged, it will be rearranged properly. If it is not rearranged, suppose I'll just here also you can check the code is rearranged now. Next shortcut is if you want to find some variable name, you can just find it by Control F. When you click Control F and you can type one variable name, suppose I want bottom sheet. So it is read when the variable is not found. you can see all these yellow color marks. If you just go down, you'll find wherever this variable is there you will find yellow color mark. If you want to remove this, just click this icon, it will be removed. And if you want to remove this top one, just click it here. And these are some shortcuts related to Android Studio. Now let's discuss how to run this app on your real device or real phone. We have to just click it here on the run icon to run, and now I'll show you how to run this app, that means install this app on the real device. So now to run the app, we have to enable developers option. So go to your phone setting, and at last you'll find about phone. Click on about phone, and at last you'll find build number. Just click on build number. You'll see you're already because I have enabled developer option. For you it will be enabled here. Outside you can see developer option. Just click on that developer option and make sure this developer option is in the developer option. Make sure developer option at the top is enabled. Make sure USB debugging is enabled. Then you can find in the Android Studio, your device will be visible here. So if you see my device is visible here, and when you click this green button, your app will be started building, and it will be installed in your phone where you can use the app.